How's it going, my peeps? I bring you the prediction game video for the United States Championship match that's going to take place at Night of Champions. Now, it is not confirmed who Antonio Cesaro is going to face. We don't even know who's going to be eligible, who's going to be competing in that Battle Royale to determine who's going to face Antonio Cesaro. But if you've seen my Battle Royale prediction game video, or my official prediction game video, which is the CM Punk and John Cena Part 1 match, I stated that I think Brodus Clay is going to be the one to win the Battle Royale and get that opportunity to face Antonio Cesaro for the United States Championship. Now, that could very well be wrong, and we could have maybe Antonio versus Tyson Kidd, and Antonio versus Yoshitatsu. We don't know. We'll see this Sunday, but, you know, this is simply my prediction on who I think is going to face and what I think is going to happen if this would indeed take place, this Brodus Clay versus Antonio Cesaro match. So, first of all, I have to ask you guys, what do you guys think of my Antonio Cesaro created character? And yes, I did not create him, just in case anybody asks me about the formula or to upload him on community creations. Usually people ask me for the formula instead of actually, you know, asking me to upload it on community creations. Which leads me to believe that most people don't know about community creations, or maybe they have the PS2 version. Is WWE 12 even on PS2? I'm not even sure. I don't know. But there's this awesome thing for, you know, WWE 12 on 360 and PS3 where you can download created characters if you have Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. And there's some really talented people there, you know, making these created characters. I've downloaded so many created characters this year, and last year too, but mostly this year, that I've filled up my 50 max cost slots, created character slots, which is why I want freaking 75 to 100 created character, you know, slots next year. So anyways, I don't want to talk too much about unrelated subjects, but yeah, it's a pretty cool Antonio Cesaro created character. He's got the right finisher too, and signature moves and stuff. I mean, there isn't the, you know, the military press or that move where he pushes his opponent in the air and, you know, uppercuts them. Instead, he put a flapjack because, you know, there isn't. It's the closest thing to it. But anyways, enough about that. So, Antonio Cesaro, he's the United States Champion. And on SmackDown, yeah, like his first segment or promo about that Battle Royale, that pre-show match. And then Tyson Kidd came out, interrupted him. Antonio Cesaro quickly and easily threw him out the ring. And then Brodus Clay came out, and both Tyson Kidd and Brodus Clay took out Antonio Cesaro. Tyson Kidd kicked him in the head, and Brodus Clay hit the body splash on him. So I'm pretty certain that both Clay and Tyson Kidd are going to be in the Battle Royale, since, you know, they did come out and interrupt Antonio Cesaro and took him out. So I guess you could say there's two guys we know for sure, or almost for sure, are in the Battle Royale. As far as all the other guys, I don't know. I don't even know how many guys are in the Battle Royale. But I'm thinking it's going to be a 20-man Battle Royale, since the last one they had at Over the Limit was a 20-man Battle Royale. And 20 is I guess a pretty decent number for that. And I'm thinking that Brodus is going to be the biggest guy in the Battle Royale, or maybe Great Khali if he participates in that match. I'm not sure. But, you know, like I said, I'm thinking Brodus is going to win this Battle Royale. As far as the match, though, I don't think he's going to win. And when I made my prediction, when I picked Brodus Clay to win that match, I didn't even think about, you know, Cameron being suspended. If you don't know, Cameron was arrested at some point in, like, early September or something like that. So, you know, she hasn't been on TV in a while. Brodus hasn't been on TV in a while because, you know, he would only have one dancer in Naomi. So I guess, you know, they took him off TV in a while so people wouldn't notice. And apparently they also suspended Cameron for 15 days or something like that. And that suspension actually ends on September 14, which was Friday. So her suspension is up. It's up like right before Night of Champions. So Night of Champions, I guess, would be the perfect night to bring her back on TV with Brodus Clay. You know, he hasn't been on TV in a while, and he came back on SmackDown this week when he attacked Antonio Cesaro. So, you know, that's a good reason right there why Brodus would be, you know, his challenger for the United States Championship. And on top of that, you've got the fact that Antonio Cesaro and Brodus have never faced off one-on-one before. So, you know, it'd be a first time ever there. While he has faced off with Zack Ryder, he's faced off with Tyson Kidd, he's faced off with, who else? There was somebody else I was thinking, oh yeah, Santino Marella. So, you know, he's faced off with most of the guys I was thinking might have a chance at facing him. Not saying that they wouldn't do a rematch for Night of Champions, and they would, you know, absolutely go with a match that's never happened before. I mean, look at the Night of Champions card. You've got Randy versus Dolph, which has happened so many times. You've got CM Punk versus John Cena, which has happened a bunch of times too. And you've also got Sheamus versus Del Rio, which has also happened a bunch of times on pay-per-view. You know, 3 consecutive times, one-on-one on pay-per-view. And initially, I didn't even know that Antonio Cesaro, you know, faced Tyson Kidd in the past. But then I made a quick YouTube search and found out that he did face Tyson Kidd on an episode of Superstars, which makes sense because I want to know, since I don't watch Superstars anymore. Now on to Clay's chances at winning this. You know, Brodus Clay does not suffer from losing to Antonio Cesaro. Yeah, he won't, you know, it's not going to affect him in a negative way. He won't look weak, he won't look bad losing to Antonio Cesaro. Because, you know, Clay hasn't lost too many matches in the first place. He's lost to who? The Big Show and I don't remember who else, you know, maybe 2 other guys, I'm not too sure, but he hasn't lost too many matches. He's won most of his matches, so a loss here wouldn't hurt him one bit, in my opinion. Now, if Antonio Cesaro wins this match and beats Clay, then I think that would be a great victory for Antonio Cesaro. It definitely make him look strong, you know, a guy like Antonio Cesaro beating this big, you know, powerhouse, this 300 pounds, you know, powerhouse Brodus Clay. It just make him look strong. Whenever, you know, somebody can beat like a big man like this, makes the winner or the smaller guy look good. I don't know how Antonio would pull off his finisher though. It'll be interesting to see if he does indeed pull off his finisher. I don't think he will. I don't think he's going to be able to hit that finisher on Brodus. Even though I did hit it in this simulation, in this match, you know, I can't see it happening in real life. He's probably going to win by a roll-up or something of the sort. I could see Oksana trying to distract Clay on the apron and then he rolls him up. Or since Cameron and Naomi, if they show up, you know, if they're in Clay's corner, then you could have Oksana attempt to distract Brodus, and then Cameron and Naomi take her off the apron or argue with her or something like that. And that causes a distraction for Clay, which gives the champion Antonio Cesaro the time to hit a move or something to get the victory on Clay and retain his United States Championship. Oh yeah, and if he does indeed face Clay at Night of Champions, then that also means we won't get to see that move where he pushes his opponent up in the air and hits the uppercut. I think that's an awesome move, and according to Wikipedia, it's called the Very European. And this is the Neutralizer. Also, according to Wikipedia. I wasn't sure about the name of his finishers and that signature move he does where, like I said, he pushes his opponent up in the air and hits the uppercuts. But thanks to Wikipedia, now I know if that's even accurate. But anyways, if he doesn't end up facing Clay, then maybe I could see him facing Tyson Kidd, or I would say Zack Ryder. But the thing is, he seems to be like involved with Heath Slater now, and they have like this mini feud going on. So I'm thinking that Zack Ryder is going to get eliminated by Heath Slater, or the other way around, or both guys are going to eliminate each other. But I do see Zack Ryder eventually getting back in that United States Championship picture, but just not right now, maybe in the near future, maybe even WrestleMania, Zack Ryder versus whoever's the champion at that time, where Zack Ryder looks to regain the United States Championship. Oh yeah, and speaking of United States Championship, I think Damien Sandow should be the one holding on to that championship. I'd love to see Damien Sandow win either the US Championship or the IC Championship, but the problem with that is both the IC Champion and US Champion, The Miz and Antonio Cesaro, are heels, so I can't see Sandow beating one of the two unless a face beats either The Miz or Antonio Cesaro, and then you could have Damien Sandow beat that face to capture the championship, but that's probably not going to happen for a while. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can click that like button. With that said, I'm out. See ya.